All right, hello everyone, and welcome to my social and emotional learning lesson plan about mindfulness. So I found this app, the Smiling Minds app, which I will show you after I get through my lesson outline here, that has a lot of social and emotional learning sessions or programs in the one app. It's actually super cool. But I found one that I want to use targeting intermediate grades to teach mindfulness meditation so students are able to understand the emotions they're experiencing and think in the intermediate grades they're more in tune and might be able to tell the difference between an anxiety and a stressor and things of that nature. And this app and the program that I will show you on this app in a couple minutes here does introduce us to a mindfulness meditation strategy that you can take a class through while they're sitting in their chairs. And the app is awesome because it lays it out in sessions and takes you through these different steps. So what we have here on this side of the board is my lesson outline. So we're going to introduce the class to what we're doing that day. Hi everyone, today we're working on for this session, we're working with the Smiling Minds app. I will have the app up on a screen share so we can do it as a class. But if you did have a whole class set of Chromebooks or iPads, laptops, or anything of that nature, you could use them and have everyone work alone. But I kind of think this would be great to do in front of with the whole class to kind of get everybody on the same page. Should only take between 30 and 45 minutes depending on how in depth you're going to get, whether it's the first time you're introducing it or a thing you could do every morning with a class. Every morning, I think after intense PE periods, lunches, recesses, it's something to bring everybody back to center and a good refocusing strategy. And then hopefully it's something that the students can use down the road and in everyday life if they're feeling overwhelmed or stressed or out of touch or anything of that nature to bring themselves back to center. So first we're going to introduce the app. Then I'm going to have the students try to tell me what they think mindfulness is. Once we've done that, I'm going to hand out my mind map worksheet, which I've drawn here. So I'll have a class set of worksheets that look like this. And as we work through the sessions together, I'd like to have students kind of fill in these points. I'm going to have it pre-made for them so I don't have to worry about that and that we can just focus on the actual content instead of trying to design a mind map, which I think some elementary school students could get caught up in more the design of the thing than the content that we're going to put on it. So then we'll have the app up, and then we'll go to an intro to mindfulness, which is the first session on the program. I'll have students give me their thoughts, and then we'll show the session. Then I'm going to have them give me their thoughts again, and that's kind of the layout of each of these sessions. The next session is why do we need mindfulness? So I show the students, or get students' thoughts of why it might be important, show them the session, get their thoughts again. Then we move on to it's a bit longer of a session, but it's the benefits to practicing mindfulness. So it's kind of more in depth of this intro part. So I'm going to ask the students what benefits they could see that they'd get from it. And then we'll move on to showing them the video, and then we'll get their thoughts again. So that should take us about 20 minutes to get through that. And then we get to our time to practice. So the last two sessions of this program are a 1-minute meditation practice and then a full 6-minute meditation practice. So it works out well because the 6-minute meditation practice literally walks you through the steps of relax, sit comfortably. I think I'll drop the lights in the classroom and we'll go from there. As far as our worksheet goes, the students will be filling that out during the sessions. If you need to play a session again, go for it because they're only a minute long. And then the last one is, obviously we have a 6-minute one, and then I think there's a 3-minute and 30-second one. But let's flip over and check out Smiling Minds, and then we'll come back for a bit of a conclusion. Thanks. All right. Okay, so I will take you through the Smiling Minds app. I wish I could do this in a better fashion, but nothing's letting me explore this app. Loom, as you can see I have on my computer, just keeps jumbling up everything and not uploading correctly. So, as you can see here on our app library homepage, we have the Smiling Mind app. So we're going to open it up, and it is going to take you to your programs. If you've already signed up for a free account, you can add accounts. You could have the students make their own accounts, but it is very convenient and it works very well. Before we get into my program, I will show you how by going to all programs, you can search through a variety of different things that all have sessions and different activities that people can go through, mindfulness, meditation, all sorts of stuff. It is very cool. It has lots of things and even has a opportunity just to explore classroom stuff. So, wow. Very in-depth, very cool. I have explored some of this, and I think all of it is very useful, especially if you have a class set of laptops, or it is something that students can even utilize in their free time. So if you go to My Programs, you go to the one that I've been using, an Intro to Mindfulness, you can see how it's laid out in the 6 sessions here. These 6 sessions reflect what I have done in my lesson plan here and utilizing my mind map worksheet. So as we come back to Smiling Mind, we can see that everything is laid out very nicely. If we check in this center column here, it shows you the length of the videos. Right away, I like how they are short. These first 3 are 1 minute, then we got a 2:20, 3:41, and our final practice is 6 minutes. But each one scaffolds to the next very nicely. They provide very simple explanations, and I think they provide a lot of opportunity for students to discuss in between the videos. They provide an opportunity to fill out their mind maps while watching the videos. And if need be, you can play the video a second time. So maybe one time we're taking notes and the second time we're just watching, or vice versa. So I will play this first video here just to give an example of what they're like. This one's just what is mindfulness, and it is a minute long. So you go here, you go start session, and it gives you these 3 questions, and you can answer them accordingly. I feel if this is done as individually, it's more applicable. So I'm just going to go down here and hit skip. Takes you to our video. You're going to hit play and play again.
Just as exercise helps us take care of our bodies, mindfulness is a skill that keeps our minds healthy. Mindfulness helps us perform at our best and better navigate the inevitable ups and downs of life. Mindfulness is noticing and being curious about what's happening right now. It's the opposite of being on autopilot, when our bodies are doing one thing and our minds are somewhere else, often thinking about the past or worrying about the future. When we're mindful, we engage our senses deliberately, and we really take in the things that we can see, smell, hear, taste, and touch. Just as we can build our muscles by going to the gym, we can build our mindfulness muscle through regular practice, known as meditation. All it takes is a few minutes a day to see the benefits. So find the time. Your mind will thank you for it.
So, as we can see, very simple. Exit that, and we are right back to our dashboard here. I would play the video, like I said, give them a prompt, what is mindfulness before, get the classroom's thoughts, play the video, ask what is mindfulness again, and hopefully get some very good answers. As you can see, you work all the way through it, and you get to the 6-minute practice. I don't have enough time to go through that, but it does show you and go through exactly how you would meditate. So I hope that wasn't too poor of a way to demonstrate that my screencasting technology was failing me. Like we all probably know, if you've allotted yourself some time to get an assignment done, sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches, baby. Okay, so in conclusion, I think that app applies well today, and it works for adults. Like we saw, there was use for primary curriculum, secondary curriculum, all on the Smiling Mind app. I think it is very good to use. Students could use it in free time. We could use it in writing time. We could use it, anytime you wanted to allot to use that, I think works well. And then I think the key of learning how to meditate and learning how to be in touch with how you're feeling and recognize those feelings before it results in an outburst is huge. It's part of being in touch with that social and emotional learning. And just with today, with like a global pandemic, lots of learning going on online, maybe you don't get to see all your friends, people feel trapped at their homes, any situation you can think of, all these stressors and anxieties that have come up. I think learning how to be mindful and learning how to meditate is something that we can carry through life. You can do it as an adult, you can do it as a child, and it's just a key that I think if we teach it at a young age, maybe we see people enact it throughout their lives instead of just learning it in a classroom and brushing it off. Maybe we see it on the playground, we see it being used in the workplace, we see it being used in the classroom by our students, and I think it's a very powerful tool. Anyways, at the end, I would have them do the 6-minute meditation. I'd have them finish up their worksheets here, and I would have them turn into me for a kind of a formative assessment just to see how they've got it. I don't think I'm grading this, maybe a completion grade, but something to see how we're doing, and then maybe we come back to this maybe it's something you use every day, maybe you do this at the start of the school year. And it's something we can use after recess, after lunch, after PE, something to just calm the class down. Anyways, if there are no questions, pretty quiet group, then I hope everyone tries out Smiling Minds. Peace.